Hi guys, Mary here. Today is Tuesday, November 12th, 2019. And I had planned on doing a video for 11/11 and it just didn't work out, so I apologize. But today is the 12th and it's a full moon in Taurus. And to be honest with you, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. I have absolutely no clue. I was pushed to do a video today. Metatron is with me, so we'll just wait and see what happens. I'll do a little reading for the full moon in Taurus, but I feel like this is a time where we're choosing which timeline we want to be on. The timelines are merging, and I am choosing to be on a higher timeline. So I feel like the back pain that I had for the last couple of weeks came in as a way to basically show me what I used to be like and how I would have dealt with back pain 20, 30 years ago, and how I'm dealing with it differently now. The back pain is pretty much gone. I get a twinge now and then, but for the most part it's completely gone. I did not take any medications. I did not freak out. I didn't spiral down into hopelessness. I treated it completely different. I did a lot of inner work. I was pretty much a hermit all week, and that's kind of what I needed to do for myself. And so I'm choosing a higher timeline for this full moon in Taurus. I'm writing down everything that I wish to do in the year 2020. So my hopes, my dreams, what I'd like to accomplish, I'm writing it all out on paper. And I don't know how it's going to work out, but I'm just writing it all down as if it's going to happen. So that's what I'm doing. And I just wanted to share that with you all. Okay. So I'll do a little reading for us. Heavenly angels, please show me guidance for the full moon in Taurus. The first card up is Justice. Interesting. I'll do 3 more tarot cards. Okay, heavenly angels, please show me guidance. The second card up is the Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much. We have the Ace of Cups. And the last card for guidance for this full moon in Taurus is the 3 of Pentacles. Okay. All right, so the overall energy for this reading at the bottom of the deck is the 4 of Cups. So I feel like this is kind of representing how I went, kind of did a lot of going within, kind of looking at how far I've come, how I got to where I am now, and how different that is from the Mary of yesteryear. So how different I am and how I deal with life differently, and I have new ways of dealing with obstacles, I guess, that have come into my path. So I know I did a video talking about being water, and water flows downstream and goes past different obstacles like rocks and things like that, and that we go through the obstacles without labeling them. So when I had this back pain, I kind of saw that as an obstacle, but I didn't label it as good or bad. It just was. The Mary from 20 years ago would have totally gone into hopelessness. I would have spiraled down into depression. You know, like I'm always in pain, what's the use? You know, that was the old Mary. That was an older timeline. The newer timeline was I saw it as an obstacle, Yes, but I also saw it as a learning experience and what it was teaching me. So I basically had an actual conversation with my back. So I put like a hand to my heart and then another hand on my back, and I just kind of had a conversation. You know, what is it that you're trying to tell me? I'm listening. I'm here to listen to you, and I'm here to tell you that everything's going to be okay, and you don't need to shout at me with this big pain. You could just talk to me quietly. So that's what I went through. So I saw the back pain as a learning experience to move me forward, and chose a higher timeline. So I think that's what this whole full moon in Taurus is about. At least that's what it was about for me. And miraculously, the pain is gone. So the first card for this reading is Justice. The first thing I think about when I look at this card is balance. So the balance of justice. I don't even know if she has, oh yeah. So there's the scales of justice, right? So balance is important. Balance in your life is important. And for many of you, I know that you're feeling like there's a lot of suffering in the world. There's a lot of injustice in the world. And it's really bringing you down. I want you to know that because the Justice card is right next to this Wheel of Fortune card, just know that you can trust in the universe, you can trust in the divine to bring about justice in divine timing and in its own way. So it's all about trusting the universe. That's all I'm going to say. It's about trusting. That word has come up time and time again in the last couple of weeks. So I know that I need to trust, and I know that all of us as a collective, we need to trust in the universe to bring justice, and also to, this is all about finding balance in our lives. Okay. The next card up is the Ace of Cups. This is about a new beginning. There's a new beginning, and it's emotional. So for some of you, it could be a new love coming into your life. For others of you, it's a new emotion. It's almost like you've had the last couple of weeks to sit with things, and now you're having this whole new start, and it's a new start emotionally. Maybe your heart is opening. Maybe you're anchoring into your heart, so it's this new emotion and a new start going forward. The last card up is the Three of Pentacles. This is about creating something, but working as a team. So you're creating it not just by yourself, but you're working with others as a team to create something that you can see, touch, and feel. So it's pentacle energy. So you're creating something. This could be a new business, a new job. It could be that you're creating a piece of artwork. You're just creating something tangible, but you're doing it with others. You're working as a team. You're bringing others on board. There's new relationships coming in. Maybe your tribe is coming in. You're working with other people. I know for myself, there's a whole new beginning for me coming in 2020 where I'll be teaming up with others, working with others to help humanity. That I know. Do I know how it's coming? No idea. I just wrote that down, and I know that I need to be open to new experiences and new things coming into my life. All right, so I have this other oracle deck. It's called, I have to look it up. Sorry about that. Let's see. It's called Heal Yourself Reading Cards. Heal Yourself Reading Cards. And then I have the chakra reading cards. So I'm going to pull from those, and we'll see what we get here. Heavenly angels, please show me any guidance for the full moon in Taurus. Alchemy, number 25. So 2 plus 5 adds up to the number 7. And 7 means that you're on the right path. It's also a number of Christ consciousness, which is what we're moving towards. That's what that whole moving from 3D to 5D is. So we're moving towards Christ consciousness, that loving, compassionate energy on the planet. Alchemy, this is interesting. We're all kind of learning our own gifts, our own spiritual gifts. We're learning that there's so much more to us than just, you know, going to college, getting a job, working 9 to 5, having the car in the garage, and, you know, all of this, the material stuff. There's way more to us than that. We are divine beings. We're divine masters, and we can manipulate energy. That's what alchemy is about. It's manipulating energy through sacred practices, you know, lighting a candle, working with the fire energy, working with the earth energy, working with crystals, working with all of the different elements at our disposal to create the life that we want to live. So I'm being, Saint Germain just came up. So all right, well, this is interesting. Saint Germain just came up. And Saint Germain, what I know of Saint Germain is he was an alchemist. He lived many lives, and there was a period where he lived his life and it seemed as if he never aged. And I think this may have been in the 1700s, but I'm not sure. But he used alchemy to basically live much longer. It seemed like he never aged I feel like it was 1700s, something like that. You'll have to Google it. I'm not sure, but for some reason, Alchemy and St. Germain came up. So St. Germain is the keeper of the violet flame. He works with Archangel Metatron to help bring fifth dimension consciousness to humanity. And I feel like because we went through the 1111 portal yesterday, I feel like we've gone through this doorway or this threshold. There's no stopping this movement forward to a higher level of consciousness or a higher frequency, a higher vibration in the collective. So we've kind of crossed that threshold. Very interesting. All right, let me pull another card here from this deck. Okay, Heavenly Angels, please show me guidance for the full moon in Taurus. Ooh, we have self-sabotage. Self-sabotage. So there may be a few of you out there who are going through some sort of self-sabotage. I can honestly say that the back pain I had in 1997 or thereabouts, I let it bring me down. I kind of spiraled down into this depression and hopelessness, and I was reaching out for any help I could get. Painkillers, surgery. I was just like, help me, help me, help me. I was just in this cocoon of pain. And I actually self-sabotaged myself because I became a victim, and I got into that victim consciousness. And this time around, I had the same exact pain, And instead of lasting 10 years, it lasted maybe 2 or 3 weeks. And I can only talk about what I know, and that's what I know. And so that pain, instead of being the victim and going into what is it when you're not accepting something? Resistance, I guess. So in resisting the pain and fighting it, I was just fighting like a brick wall, and I was sabotaging myself. This time around, I felt the pain. I talked to the pain. I was like, what are you trying to show me? Instead of going into self-sabotage, which was what I did to myself in the 90s, I went to this alchemy. So you can see the difference between the two. It's almost like dark and light. So I kind of had to choose this time around between the dark and the light. Which way was I going to go? So I went into the light. I talked to the pain. I tried to listen to the message that was being shown to me. Instead of resisting it, I was accepting it. Do you see the difference? And now my pain is gone. So you can go into victimization and self-sabotage, or you can go to the light and transmute the energy just by feeling it and healing it. So I hope that makes sense, but I think that's what Spirit is trying to tell us. This portal that we've walked through yesterday and today, walking through this portal towards the higher consciousness, we're choosing the light over the darkness. We're choosing alchemy over being a victim. I hope that makes sense to you. All right, so let me pick a card from the chakra. This is chakra reading cards. And let's just see what we get here. Heavenly angels, please show me guidance for this full moon in Taurus. This is the card. And it says personal power. Number 13, personal power. Wow, look at that fist. It's like, yeah, I'm empowered. So we walked through this threshold of 1111 yesterday into our own power. It's helped us to become empowered. And for me, the back pain was empowering because it showed me that I didn't have to sink down into victimization. I could rise up through acceptance, talking to my back, figuring out the lesson, learning the lesson, and being empowered. So it empowered me. And I feel like that's what a lot of us are going through. That's what yesterday was all about, and today with this full moon in Taurus. It's about knowing your own divine mastery, your own power. You can manipulate energy. All of this energy that our chakra energy, our aura, you can manipulate that. You're in charge. You're in charge of what timeline you go through. You're in charge of yourself. You are your own divine master. You don't need a guru or someone to tell you how to be. All the information is here. And for me, all of the information was in my back, my sacral chakra. I just sat with it, accepted it, felt the pain, cried it out, listened to the message. The message I should have gotten in 1997 that I resisted. I wasn't listening. And instead I was trying to medicate the pain away. So do you see the difference between the dark and the light? and finding your own personal power in that sacral chakra, your own personal power. Okay, so what time do we have? Ooh, 20 minutes. Let me pick one more card. I'll pick a final card for the energy. This is with my Kyle Gray deck, Keepers of the Light. And I'll just pull a card just for the energy around us today. Heavenly angels, please show me the energy that's around us today. Lady Nada. This is Lady Nada, Heart Awakening. So this is a time where we're anchoring in our hearts, knowing that our heart chakra is the new root chakra. I feel like I've talked about how we're cleansing all of the debris and stuff that's in our first three chakras, the root, the sacral, and the solar plexus, and then we're anchoring in our heart. So this is Lady Nada, and it says, awaken to acceptance and divine love. Give and receive in balance. So I talked about accepting things as they are instead of going into resistance. I talked about balance. There has to be a balance between dark and light, between giving and receiving. And I don't know what else to say. It's just that, we're waking up on the planet, and this is a time where we've gone way over that 50% mark. Archangel Metatron is with us, and Saint Germain is with us with the purple flame. And we are moving into this higher consciousness together as a collective, and we've gone past that 50%. And now I just know that thousands and thousands of people are going to be waking up. And I know that going forward, it's up to each one of us to help those who need assistance in knowing what's going on on the planet with this awakening. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that this video made sense. I'm not sure it did. But I don't really think it's me talking. I think it's Archangel Metatron. Because I sat and I said, what am I going to talk about? I don't even know what to talk about. And Metatron was like, just turn on the video. So that's what I did. I hope that you guys got something out of this. If so, please like, subscribe, and share. And I'd love a comment below. And I will get the next video out for the tarot series on Patreon. If you're a Patreon member, that's what I'm working on. In my videos is working on teaching some of the tarot. All right, thanks so much and have a great week. Take care.